everyone, Karen here, and it's time to make third birthday. Now there is a cut and print for this card, and you'll see it's the happy birthday. Now if you want, you can split those up and cut out all the letters yourself, but it will be grouped together when you download it. The lines here are for the birthday cake, and there's candles, and then of course the inside. Now you'll see here when the cake goes together where the lines are going to go. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll show the rest of this pieces and how we're going to put it together. Alright, so let's start by going over all the pieces. So let's take the big ones out first. So first we have the card base, and this you will cut out flat like this, and then you will fold it down the middle. And like the others, there's no score line here because each machine handles those differently. So you just score it down the middle. Then there is inside, there is a map, and here's the part with your message on it. It says, "Happy third birthday. Here's to 3 years of cuddles, giggles, and fun. I hope today's as special as you are." So this will go in the inside. Then for the outside, I chose to do a print for the bottom, and then I have 3 solids for the number 3. Now this here, if you got this and you only wanted to do the 2 layers, you absolutely could. If you wanted to do it this way, you absolutely could. There's 3 layers there, mix and match as you want. So these are going to go on here. And then we have the happy birthday, which this is the other piece that was the print and cut that you will print and then cut out with the birthday. Now for the little pieces, there is a full cake that we're going to glue all the pieces on and then glue it onto here. Just makes it a little bit more stable. Now we have the 3 pieces for the cake. So we have the cake and the frosting layer in 3 different sizes. And this one I already did color because I was trying to decide if I wanted to ink it or color it, and I am going to color these with alcohol markers today. So we have these. And then in here, I'm not going to take these out right now, we have the 3 candles and the 3 flames because they're tiny, so I'm going to leave them in there. And then I am going to grab an embossing folder because I do want to emboss this green 3 just to make it a little different from the other ones. Alright, I think I'm going to use this Crafter's Companion one that just kind of gives a geometric shape to it, so I think I'm going to use that one. So I'm going to start with the 3, and this one, it kind of comes out the same, the front and the back, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put this in the folder, and I'm going to run this through my machine. Alright, so here it is. 3 all embossed. Alright, so let's start with putting the 3 together. So let me get the card base. Let me move this over here, give myself some room. Alright, so this is the inside, this is the outside. So this back layer is going to fit flush across the whole front. Let me move my scrap paper until I need it. So let me grab my glue. And we're going to glue this whole thing down. And once again, I'm using the Kingston paper. And I do like it for cutting in an electric machine, like a Cameo or a Cricut. It cuts really nice. And I like the paper because it's got the big on the front and the small on the other side. And I know she's going to have another pad of paper on HSN Tuesday. Which I know it's going to have more rainbows in it because I saw it last night. Alright, so we have this. So now we have to decide what we want to put foam on. So let's see. So this is going to sit like this. A little bit of space around the whole thing. So I think this one I will glue down flat. And then I definitely will have foam between these 2. So let me put that on there. Move this up. Now this 3 is a little thin in places. So I'm going to put a 1/2 inch wide foam. And once again, this is the 1/16 foam. And I'm going to stick a little piece here. Now I'm going to grab my thinner foam, which is only 1/4 inch wide. It's still 1/16 of an inch thick. And it will fit on these skinnier pieces a little better. Put that in there. And we'll put that little one there. And we'll put this here. And put that one over here. Alright, so I'm going to put this on the blue. And we'll see what that looks like. Press all these down really good. Alright, now I can peel these off. Oh, I just cut all my nails. Alright, let's get all this off. Okay, now this, move all this out of the way, just needs to go in the middle here. So I'm just going to hover it above, get it kind of lined up. And once you get the bottom on, the rest of it should follow along. Alright, so there's that. So remember, this is 1/16. So we can have 4 layers and still be within the 1/4 inch that the post office allows. So let's see, do we want another layer of foam on here? Because we are going to put the happy birthday on foam. So I think maybe that's enough. So let me glue this down. And remember, the SVG will be grouped in 3 colors, but you can always change it and make it whatever you want. I mean, you could go monochromatic and do black and white. You could really do anything you want, whatever color combination you want. Or if you find some really cool pattern paper, you can use that. Something that the 3-year-old likes. Alright, so this will go here. Now I'm going to be leaving a little bit of space around. So there's a little bit of space here, here, and along here should all be the same. So that's going to get glued in about there. Alright, so now let's work on the happy birthday. So let me grab the happy birthday. So this I definitely want to have on foam. This should be wide enough to put this on. Let's see, we'll put that on this piece. And put one in the middle here. And put some down at this end. And I'll stick some here. Now I'll take the paper off of this. This all lined up. That's not right. Now I will say I have to recalibrate my machine because my print and cut has been a little off the last couple times I've used it. So this might be just a tad bit off. There we go. That. Yeah, it's a little off. And that's just a calibration on my machine. I've had it 3 years and I've never calibrated it, so I think it's just time. Alright, so now this, you're going to follow this here. That is going to sit up here with a little space around it, like this. So now we have to decide, do we want it up like this? So now we have 2 layers. We have 1/16 here and we have 1/16 here. So that gives us an 1/8. So we absolutely could put another layer there if we want. And let me pick it up and look at it a second. I think that might be enough. So let me glue this on. Now I will need a piece of foam underneath here on the ends because it's going to sit on foam here. Make sure it sits straight. So let me take 2 little squares. So I need to put the foam under the Y and the H. So the H is getting a square and the Y is getting a square. And I will peel this off. Because we want this to sit flat. So we just have to allow for the foam we put underneath there. Alright, so now line this up like so. Alright, so we have a little bit of space on either side. Alright, so let's see. So now we have the cake and the inside. So let's talk about the cake here for a minute. So the cake has the outline, and then it also has these pieces. Now, when you cut your print and cut, that's the word I'm looking for, you can do the tops of these cakes at the same time. Apparently I can't talk and line these up at the same time. There we go. Alright, now we're all lined up. So what I did, because I had extra space in my 8.5 by 11, I went ahead and cut out these blanks and the cut and print all at the same time. And that was just to save a piece of paper, because it all fits on one 8.5 by 11, and you absolutely could do that all at the same time. Just when you obviously print it out, this will all look blank, but then when your machine cuts it, it'll just cut the shapes out for you. That's just a way to save a little bit of paper. So this one's going to go on here. And then we'll have the big one underneath, and then the little ones. I think I want to put the bold color on top. So I have B00, I have YG03, and I have BV000 that I used for that purple. So let me color these two in real quick. Let me grab my scrap paper. Let me put these back in box so I know where they are, and push that up there, and color these really quick. So I'm just going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to go around the outside, go across the bottom. This dries a little lighter than what it looks like right now. Alright, so we're just going to leave it like that. Then we take the blue, put the blue on the bottom, go around the outside so it's darker, and work my way in so that's lighter on the inside. Give it a little shadowing, and we'll go across here. Just quick. Go around the outside, and done. So let's glue these 3 pieces together. I'm going to grab my fine tip bottle so I don't get glue all over the place. Let's start with the big one. Put some glue dots on there. And we'll line this up. And I went with a 3-layer cake on this one since it was 3rd birthday. I thought that might be a little fun. Because I know I've used this cake before as a 2-layer cake. There's layer number 2. And layer number 3. There we go. Okay. Move this to the side for a moment. Let's bring in our cake. So the 3rd piece will go on first, the big one. That will be flush with the bottom. Now the middle piece, just follow along here. Now if you wanted to, you could stack these up and print this out as a cut and print if you wanted to. But I think this gives it a little bit more dimension. Got a little something on there. Let's get that off. Alright, so now we'll just put this one on the top. And we'll just go follow the line here for the top. And this back piece kind of gives you a guide on how to line them all up, which I thought might make it a little easier. And it gives a little bit more dimension. There we go. So there's our cake. So now we need our candles and our flame. So I'm going to put the flames on first. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. And I'm going to get my picker. And we'll put these in place. That one's being a little sticky. Line these up. There we go. And we get the third one. Now these little flame pieces, you absolutely could leave these as a cut and print also if you don't want to have to color these in, because they are kind of tiny. Okay, so there's our cake. Let's bring in the card. Oh wait, the candles. So I can leave the candles white, or I can put the green candles on here. So let's see. Do I like it better white or green? I think that's the one in the middle. Let's see. You know what? I think I like them better white. Oh, no, I'm going to put the green on. Alright, let me trim this little edge on here. There you go. Now this only needs a tiny bit of glue. You just line it up with the bottom of the flame. I think for these two, I'm going to put the glue on here. I think this might be an easier way to do it. Now this is by Stamps by Me, and this is one of the things we got when we went down the HSN. This one has a little bit of a rough edge too. I'm going to trim that a little bit. And put a little glue down here. But I like this little tool. She even gave us 2 of them, which was nice. Alright, so there's our candles. Make sure that's all lined up. Alright, now that's ready to go on the card. So let's see here. So this is going to line up with down here, just like this. So it's going to go along flush with the bottom and flush with the side. So here we put foam here. So I'm going to want to put foam on this across the bottom. Let's see, where does this hit? So from here to here is where the green is going to be behind it. So I want to put another piece of foam on the top layer of the cake. So foam is across the bottom and on the top layer. The middle layer of the cake is going to be behind, is going to touch this green part. So you don't need to put foam on there. You're just going to want to put glue across the back here. Alright, so we'll line it up at the bottom and the side of the card. And the candles fit up here. There we go. Alright, so there's the outside of the card. So let's do the inside of the card. I'm going to bring in my regular glue again. This is a big area. So these two are just going to get glued together. This will go on here. Just like that. Go. This will go on the inside. Let's take the card, open it up. This will go on the inside, like that. Okay, so there is our finished card. We used foam under the happy birthday. We used foam under the 3. So then we had to put foam on the bottom of the cake and the top of the cake to make it fit nice and straight over the 3. And on the inside says happy 3rd birthday. Here's to 3 years of giggles and cuddles and fun. I hope the day is as special as you. So there it is. Number 3 is in the books. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe so you can find out when I'm doing the rest of the shaped cards, just hit that subscribe button and hit notify, and you will get a notification the next time I post a video. And until next time, stay crafty.